Early morning, rise and shine. It's my last day here in Fredrikstad, so I want to make the most of it. I'm standing at the entrance of the old town. The fortress is over there, and that's in the periphery of the fortified village. These water banks also served as lines of defense from the everlasting threat from the Swedes, and it had 200 cannons surrounding the city. So a couple of minutes first about the old town, the kings, because we need to put this in a larger perspective. That gives us more joy about what we find, and it also enhances us from being mere idiots digging in the dirt for old metal objects to people with a basic knowledge about the history of our nation, and it also makes it more interesting to go hunting. So let's take the old town first. We already established that it was founded by Fredrik II in the mid-1600s in order to protect the trade and the interests of the king in Denmark at this river. That made it possible for him to ship out goods to Europe. It also served as a naval base where Thunderskjold Tordenskjold was located with his ship. That's an impressive figure. And at its peak it had 2,000 soldiers living and exercising and training and stationed there. And they had their needs. They needed food, women, and clothing. And that constituted the city itself. But what's the story with all these Fredriks? So here are the three neighboring countries. And as I explained to you briefly in front of Google Earth here the other day, we've had interchanging kingdoms between us. But let's start with the Fredriks. The first Fredrik was king of Norway and Denmark in the 1500s. But forget about him. The one who is important in our case is Fredrik II. Here he is. And he was famous for his appetite for women, alcohol, hunting, and his dogs. And then we have Fredrik IV. He tried to make a kingdom of all the three countries, but failed miserably and put himself in great debts. And then we have the last Fredrik, Fredrik VI. That's the guy we found coins from yesterday, and that was the last Danish king in Norway. And that puts the coins we find in perspective. Remember, they are 1810 and 1812. And Denmark had to give us up in 1814. And the other coin we found, Oscar II, both a silver and a 5 øre. He was the last king to reign the Union, Norway-Sweden Union, between 1814 and 1905. And all the buttons that we pick up, and all the small coins, they are from the soldiers. That's 300-400 years of soldier activity. They've been at that field in the wintertime, exercising. They've been fighting. They've been trying to get home late at night. So it's relics from the soldiers, and maybe some civilians. You know, I actually found one of the cannonballs out in the field yesterday, but I gave it away. It was too heavy to carry around. That should suffice. After all, this is not the History Channel. This channel is and should be about bear and detecting. So let's get at it. Let's hit those fields, and I'll get back to you once I found something interesting. First target of the day, a button. I have 3 areas that I want to hunt today. It all consists of topsoil that yesterday was piled up and now is spread around, and they should make good hunting grounds. I'm too tired to hop and scream and dance, but I think I got myself another silver. It was just here, very close to the fortress. I'm going through that pile of soil. I think this is silver. It's beaten up. It's definitely silver. It's Oscar II. I don't know more than that. I can't scrape it off. I'm afraid to ruin it. Maybe it's a Swedish edition. I'm not sure. Great! Another silver. Cool. Looky. What have we got here? Just spoke to one of the most experienced detectorists in Norway. He's been hunting this area a lot, and they're walking at another field. This is a very rotten button. Okay, I might be hallucinating, but this looks like a 1 and a 1659. You can't make coins this small. What in God's name are you? This 18.5 kilohertz is this one a strong signal at 10 centimeters. I don't know if that's good or not, but I think it's good. This one has to be investigated further. You will just have to excuse me, okay? Because when I do a find, I turn on the camera. This is silver. But who is it? It was a strange signal. It's my first Carl John the 14th, but it's not in a very good condition. 2 shilling, 1820 something. One of the numbers are missing even. But that's my first. It's not an Oscar. My plan worked out. This area is good. I know this area is good. Nice to see we're getting more people. PK, the president of our association, a buddy of him, Mr. Mindlab is somewhere with his dog, and there's the local expert, and there are more guys on other fields as well. I got myself another button. Ah, there it is. That small little thing was actually a coin. But it has to be professionally cleaned and looked after. It's old. It's probably from the 1600s. Maybe I have to hand it in. But having a great time. Still got 3-4 hours left of sunshine. This is nice. And it's good that we are more people here now, because we won't have time to get all the goodies out of the ground before this golf course is ready. Wow! This is the first Swedish 1 shilling, no, quarter of a shilling. Ah, this is a good magnifying glass actually. Quarter of a shilling, 1807. Don't know the king. CA, Carl André the 5th, God knows. Bronze, probably, kind of bent, but I like it a lot. That was a screamer. That's a big button, thin. And as far as I can remember from that book, if it's got this little hat or whatever, it can be from the 1700s. But one day, the button movie, yeah. I'm in the ditch, I'm in the ditch, and I'm tired. But we're gonna keep at it for at least 2.5 more hours. Having a great time. A lot of people from the association showed up. If you're building a golf course, please send us an email. It's getting kind of late. Someone has left already and the workers have left, so now I have this whole area for myself, and this is where I've done most of my finds. I thought I had these old coins, but it's a button. It's a nice button. I'll probably be able to pinpoint the century when I use the book. Have a look at these finds. My box is virtually full. It's even better than yesterday. Huh? Back at the hotel, it looks like what is mud wrestling. This is the finds for the trip. What can I say? And there's more in the car, more covers. Swedish 1807 quarter shilling. Fredrik 2 shilling. Oscar 5 öre. Oscar 2 öre. Oscar Swedish 2 öre. 1 öre Håkon. 1 öre Oscar. I don't know how many buttons. A lot of buttons. I need work. I need time. The 3rd regiment. That's a nice one. Some relics. A buckle with the pin. Some rings. More buttons. This one has some kind of inscription. I've lost a couple of buttons as well. Too much beer. Sorry. Nice button. What is this, you know? Can this be one of these pay that they had these rolls with whatever? And what are these? I have no idea. It could be Roman. I have no idea. Silver. God damn. 2 shilling 1842. That's Oscar. I don't know. That's a 3 shilling from yesterday. And then we have these small buggers. 3 of them. 1812. Fredrik. And then we have this mysterious crazy coin that I have no idea. I have to give it to Kjetil. But it's really cool when you have one thing. I've showed you this book, right? 1814 2010, the coins of Norway. Okay, it's cool. Here we have our silver, for example. It didn't miss a number. I didn't see it. 1842. Maybe it's 1. Maybe more. Okay, 300 crowns, whatever. That's not the point. My point is when you have to start to look in this book to identify your finds, then it starts to get interesting. And here are those small buggers that we've got 3 of. Fredrik the 6th, the last Danish king, blah blah blah. I told you this already. Not worth anything at all, but really cool and very good training for my trip to the Czech Republic. And this one, God knows, I've been looking through the book, but I can't find anything that matches. But I'm not gonna clean it. I'm gonna give it to Kjetil. What can I say? It's been a fantastic trip. 2-3 days here in Fredrikstad, my hometown. I feel that I've learned to know it much better. The locals have been really cool, and a lot of other detectorists from Oslo has come down every day to hunt, and they've done good finds as well. I want to especially thank one of the local guys for taking care of me. I hope you're watching. Thank you very much. Cheers. Now I have to do another EU paper, but I can live with these days. And next time you see me, I will be in the Czech Republic, in Kolin, south of Poděbrady, and I'm leaving in 5-6 days, and I'll be hunting for a week. Life is hard, huh? So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you next time. Digging Norway is gonna check out right now. Okay, see you later. I love you all.